How's it going, Vandals? I'm Johnny Alpha, and I'd like to welcome you back to Graphic Vandalism. And hell yeah, it's new video time. This video is Under Dead Television Skies, and it's a look at 5 of my personal favorite sci-fi horror comics. Now, you know me, I love me some sci-fi, and I love horror, but I really love when the two styles come together with the help of some amazing, talented creators. And this is a list of just that mind bending, genre shattering stories, all accompanied by some just banging art. And with that, Vandals, let's just get into it. All right, and first up, we have Empty Zone, starkly written with just moody, vivid art by Jason Sean Alexander, published by Image Comics. And on the real, Empty Zone is a dream come true. It totally reads like what we get if William Gibson decided to mix his neuromancer style of cyberpunk fiction with John Constantine Hellblazer, and really makes for one epic crossbreed. And the story for this one is all about Corrine White, a freelance cyber spy slash information broker who always seems to end up in way over her head. But everything in her life gets freaky quick as she starts getting haunted by some of her old friends from her old soldier days. And this all leads Corrine to a dark and disturbing secret project. And it's just so rad. I just love how this book balances its noir, cyberpunk, and horror elements. And I'd really love to see more of this series in the future. Right on. And next up is Interceptor, written by everyone's favorite Donny Cates, with fast and wild art by Dylan Barnett. Originally published by Heavy Metal, but it's going to be collected and reprinted by Vault Comics. And Interceptor is Donny at his best. He seems to be one of the best, if not the best, new talent when it comes to telling fast and fun action horror comics with great humor in them. And this book more than proves that, as it just has it all: action, gore, space vampires, and mech armor. And the story for this one is all about Polly, a badass warrior woman who comes to a planet overran by vampires and has to try and save the few pockets of human survivors. She meets a young girl named Weep and becomes a freedom fighter on a quest to get back to her ship and her power armor. And just wow, this book is a total blast with epic fights and savage betrayals. And I just love it. And I really can't recommend getting the trade for this when Vault releases it highly enough. Cool. And how about now we hop on over to Hotwire, originally co-created by Warren Ellis, but it's pretty much written and drawn with gloriously lush art by Steve Pugh, published by Radical Comics. And Hotwire is just a totally rad as hell, epic, big budget, blockbuster action horror extravaganza on paper that skillfully blends ghost stories into an electronic age with a metropolis overran by ghosts. And this is the first book I've read that tackled the idea of weaponizing the dead. And the story for this one is all about Alice Hotwire, a detective exorcist, and it's her job to take down pesky poltergeists who mess with or possess living humans and wreak havoc on the living. But something new, something big is happening, something that is causing the ghosts to be more wild than usual. And as the city is on the brink of riots, she uncovers a dark plot and has to fight the biggest threat out of her worst nightmares. And it's just so fun. I utterly love the character Hotwire. She's just so cute and snotty, but badass. I'm really bummed out this comic is so unknown, cause it's just so epic and the art is just incredible. I really hope this video gets more people to check this one out. Okay then, and how about next we take a peek at The Scribbler, insanely written and maniacally drawn by the wonderfully warped Dan Schafer, originally published by Sirius Comics, but has been reissued by DDP's First Comics imprint. And to put it bluntly, the Scribbler is just knucking futz, as it's all about a tower block full of mental patients, multiple personalities, murderous stalkers, and a machine that's supposed to help crazy people that ends up turning them superhuman. The story for this one is all about a young woman named Suki, and Suki has dissociative identity disorder, and she's been committed for most of her life, but she gets a new chance at a normal life thanks to the Siamese burn machine, a device that's supposed to help her eliminate the other personalities. But it's not going to be that easy, as her new home is full of crazy people. It also doesn't help that her alternate personalities keep altering the machine that's supposed to cure her, and it's all just so damn fun. Schafer really has an amazing, twisted, dark sense of humor that really helps you get lost in this book's insanity. I also really highly recommend checking out the movie for this one as well. It's a rad adaptation that, just like this masterpiece of a comic, is tragically super underrated, yo. Alright, and last but surely not least, we have Shaw, written by the man himself, the godfather of British comics, Pat Mills, with intoxicating, radical, brutal art by Oliver LeDroit, published in English by Heavy Metal. And honestly, that is the perfect label for this book, as it's a story that's themes, imagery, and presentation are all just that, metal as hell. And Shaw takes cyberpunk, witchcraft, reincarnation, futuristic insanity, and it mixes it all up into a savage and endlessly epic revenge thriller, chock full of straight up Paul Verhoeven style satire in the fashion that the Brits and the Europeans are all so well known for. And the story for this one starts off during the Paris witch trials with the burning of a witch and a vow of vengeance that then jumps far into the future when all the people involved in the burning are reincarnated and are ironically playing out the same roles in society. We view this journey alongside Inspector Duffy, the reincarnation of the burnt witch, as she uncovers the past to understand what's going on, as a shadow creature named Shaw is killing in her name. And I just love it. This book just checks all the boxes and is a warped, fun, addictive page turner. I literally love everything Pat Mills has ever worked on, but on the real, his Euro books he's done with LeDroid are among his very best, and this is, in my opinion, the definition of a must read, yo. So yeah, there you go, Vandals. Under Dead Television Skies, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I really do just super love all of these books, and I really want to help get more people into them. Please let me know what are some of your favorite sci-fi horror books in the comments, because I love recommendations. But for now, and until next time, this is Johnny Alpha from Graphic Vandalism saying don't stop reading.